I'm sitting here with just this horrible realization. I've been divorced for 3 years, and in that 3 years, I have spent most of my days figuring out how I can become physically, mentally, financially, spiritually healthy enough to be able to afford and take care of a child. And not only have I taken that time, but I've done the math, and it does not work out. I am not young enough, or fertile enough, or financially stable enough. To even do another round of IVF, and at 36, like, I'm sorry, like, you're gonna say, like, you have time, like, I don't. Because I can't spend another minute of my life trying to make something work when I'm just fighting upstream. I don't have a support system. I don't have the money. I don't have the resources or the community. And it just kills me. It kills me that I had embryos with my ex-husband that were viable, and they're just gone now. And my future with those children and my life as a mother is just, it's gone. And it's not just that it's gone, it's the fact that it was decided for me by so many other people and factors. And that's what kills me, because it was not my choice. And I'm angry. And I'm heartbroken.
Here we go again. So you let other factors influence your decision making. You have the free will, and you are not to blame anyone for your decision making. She's calling embryos as babies. What happened to having babies? Why can't you just have babies and later on pursue whatever you want to in life? You can have babies as early as 21, 22, 23 to 24, 26. Then the rest of the time, now from 26 to 36, that's 10 years, ample time for you to do whatever you want to do, whatever ideology you have. You can start backing on those ideologies now. I mean, she's missing the reliance she had on her ex-husband financially, emotionally, and spiritually. Now she's felt the impact, his absence, and she's hit the wall, like they always put it on these other channels. And shout out to Modern Women Archives for this amazing video.
I think I'm a catch. Like, I'm successful in my career, I can hold my own, I'm financially independent, I have a great family, I have a good personality, I'm attractive, I had all this confidence. So I was like, why the fuck am I getting rejected? And what I realized through therapy and some of the people that I had spoken to was that I was just too much in my masculine energy. Naturally, I just have more masculine energy just based on how I was raised. I only have brothers. I had a lot of male energy around me growing up. I run 2 businesses, so every day I'm in that leadership mind. I'm in that, you know, like, not harsh mindset, but very like masculine. So like, you know, leading, very driven, very ambitious, all that type of stuff. And what was happening was I was bringing that masculine energy into my dating world and into, I guess, relationships, and it was coming off to men. I was that girl that was like, I don't need a man, and, you know, if he doesn't like me for me, then that's his problem, and I'm not going to change. And he needs to accept me for me and blah, blah, blah. And there was something that my ex had said to me when we were breaking up that really, really stuck with me. And it was, you're too independent. And I was always like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, isn't that a good thing? Like, don't you want to be with a girl who is not, you know, depending on you financially or depending on you for everything? And isn't it attractive that you're with someone who can like hold their own? But what I realized is that men want to be with a woman who they feel they're needed by. So that doesn't necessarily mean financially or anything like that, but like they want to be with someone where they're the leader in the relationship, they're making the decisions, they're caring for someone because that's just naturally in them. So for me, I had to rewire my brain of thinking that just because I was letting a man care for me and that I was going to be more feminine, that wasn't weak or that I wasn't still independent.
To start with, in terms of beauty, ladies, I don't know. Guys, how would you rate this woman? 1 to 10, how would you rate her? Okay, and other than that, she's trying to make analysis of everything. It's too late. There is no point in crying of milk that's spilled. I'm just saying here, what's the point of her even talking about this? She's already hit the wall. She made the decision, and there are consequences in these decisions you make. You make decisions today. Tomorrow, you should be ready to face those consequences. I think that's how the universe works, and that's how life works. So you decide to go by certain ideologies. The next few years coming, when you are hit by consequences, you shouldn't start blaming other people trying to make analysis of how you messed up. When you are regretting because you are all alone by yourself, like they put it, you hit the wall.
Are men unattracted to independent women? I was talking to my guy friend the other day. We're talking about just like independent women. I was telling him how one of my girlfriends, she's super independent. She does X, Y, and Z by herself. She's like such a bad bitch. And she doesn't need really anyone to count on. And he goes, let me guess. I bet you she is single. To that, I'm like, why? He's like, well, historically, men have always been, you know, the caregiver. Like they usually have always been that breadwinner, right? Type sort of personality. And he goes, so that's why when women are too independent, they're too masculine and men find them unattractive. To that, I responded and I said, I think it's because 50% of men are average at best, okay? And as a woman raises her bar and, you know, she starts to provide herself that validation, she, you know, does these things for herself and she counts more on herself to become more independent, her bar raises, meaning that the men that can match her at that level are fewer men. And so that is why these more independent women, you know, are typically, I guess, more single based off of what he's saying, because they just haven't found someone to match them at that level yet. Maybe independent women don't like most of the men now.
The more money these women make, the more they feel they don't need the man. So why would the man want to date a woman that don't need them? I'm just saying here, like, it's common sense. She said, these women, the more money they make, they provide their self-validation and all that blah blah blah. So in short, they become guys. They have a mentality of a guy. Because guys behave like that, men behave like that. Because like, I'm just saying, maybe I've said enough, but like if you read between the lines, what I'm trying to put across here is that it's not even about the money. There are men that are secure enough to even want to date or marry a woman that's making more. But the problem or the issue is that these women won't date such type of men, and also these women, they feel like they don't need any man. So why would a man be in that place where it's not needed? I'm just saying here, ladies. Guys, subscribe to my channel. I'm Benzo, and I'll see you in the next one. Thumbs up on the video. Let me see in the comment section what you think about the first woman and the second and the third in the comment section. I'll see you in the next one.